Good morning, guys. Another beautiful bright sunny day here, and temperatures are nice, so yeah. Oh buddy. To my new subscribers, I want to welcome you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So let's get down to business here in just a minute. Okay guys, so here I am doing some reflecting, right? As I'd said before, if the scales aren't moving on you and it seems like you're not going anywhere, and even if it may be a plateau or not, to double check yourself and see where you are, see where you stand, see if you're screwing up, if you're eating too much or whatever, you know. Double check yourself, and if you find yourself going back to the old habits or whatever, change it so that you can move forward. I'm going to tell you what I'm getting at here. I weighed in this morning at 183.9, so I was that 2 days ago. Alright, I'm getting very tired of being in the 80s. And I got thinking, and I was meaning to look in my record book, but I do know I got out of the 200s pretty fast. Within 2 months, I was out of the 200s, and I think it might have been about 3 months that I was in the 90s. But now this is month 8. We're going to be hitting month 9. And here I am still in the 80s. I know I had seen 180.4, which was the smallest I'd seen. But nonetheless, I am so ready to get out of here. I'm tired of staying where I'm at. I'm tired of it. And I do understand that because I'm older, it's going to take a little longer. I also understand that because I don't have as much weight to lose, it's going to take longer. I understand that. I really do. But the one thing that is of no excuse is to start overeating again. That is of no excuse. There is nothing at all to say that you can lose weight and overeat. It doesn't happen. And I am finding myself slowly going back to my old habits. The habits where I was eating a lot in one sitting, or binging, or, you know, just, I'm slowly slipping, okay? I had to reflect on myself just as much as I have been telling you all to. I am no exception to the rule. Now, I can understand being on a plateau. I definitely can. But the one thing that doesn't help a plateau is when you slip. And when you keep slipping and you keep slipping. That doesn't help a plateau at all. And, you know, on my Fitbit, it's got on... when you mark your weight, it's got the average weight loss or weight gain that you have done for the week. And it's starting to point me going back up. that tells me I'm the one that's slipping. I'm the one that's goofing myself up. I'm the one that's sabotaging myself. And it happens. I mean, there is nobody out there who is perfect who hasn't sabotaged themselves. Nobody. But that doesn't mean that we have to stay there. We know what we should not be doing. And therefore, we need to push forward and stop the shenanigans. I'm talking to myself, okay? I'm not pointing a finger to anybody because I don't know what you're doing personally right now. But for me, myself. And no, it ain't got nothing to do with what I'm eating. Has nothing to do with what I'm eating. It has to do with how much. Has to do with how much. So, last night I found a couple who had respectively weighed close to around 400 and 500 pounds. I guess more like close to 300 and close to 400. Together they have lost 260 pounds. And I haven't seen the man, but the woman looks fabulous. And they showed in their videos what they ate in the day. And there was a lot there. But what they done was they cut their portions. And they even allowed themselves sweets. But it was portion controlled. By watching that, it reminded me that there is such a thing as portion. If you don't control your portion, you're not going to lose weight. And it doesn't matter if you're on OMAD or if you're eating twice a day, 3 times a day, 4 times a day, snack, whatever. It doesn't matter. I had said before that you can gain weight on OMAD, and it's true. I'm proving that. Which I'm not wanting to. The other thing that I'm slipping is I'm eating before my window. Therefore, I'm not going into a full-blown fast. I'm not allowing myself to get hungry, which is a major do not do, because that's in the Ray Down with Gwen Shamlin, what I originally had been losing weight on, where you have to allow yourself to get hungry. I've not been allowing myself to get hungry. And you know what? That's all going to quit. I know I've got to get hungry. And because I am doing OMAD, I have to stick to that specific window that I gave myself, therefore giving myself a full 23-hour fast. I also know that I cannot overeat, because there is still such a thing as having too many calories in a meal. Even though I'm not counting calories, there's still such a thing as going overboard, eating too much. And I also know not to eat before I go to bed. And it doesn't matter how small. Now, I know that I lost weight the other day, even though I had ate some veggie straws and homemade dip. But that doesn't mean that I can do that every single solitary day. Eventually, my body takes that on and decides, okay, rather than using it for energy, it's just going to hold on to it. I'm not wanting to give my body an excuse to mess itself up. I mean, I've got plenty here for my body to use up. I've got it all in here, and all in here. Plenty for my body to eat on. And I'm not going to give it an excuse to only run on food and let the rest of this hang and build up. I'm not going to do that. I don't give up very easily unless I just lose focus. As long as I'm staying focused, I keep pushing. And I'm going to let you know something. Sometimes it's okay to get mad. It's okay to get fighting mad, because if you get fighting mad, that might just be what it takes to push you off of that plateau and get you moving on. For me, when it gets to the point that I'm fed up and I'm fighting mad, and I see what I'm doing wrong and what my body is doing with that, I change it. And like I said, it has nothing to do with what I'm eating. It's how much and when. And so I'm not going to keep giving into it like that. You know, there's things that I can get into. There's things that I can do if I just dig. Now, I can't help it if it's raining out, so I can't get outside. But I know that there's things that I can do in this house. Even if it's just pulling out my paints, or coloring or something, anything, or watching a movie with my husband or something. There's something I can do to get my mind off. Now I'm just going to have to start doing that. Besides, I'm wanting to do this for life, you know. And how in the world am I going to be able to go into maintenance if I haven't learned how to control myself to begin with? You're going to have to learn. You learn to control yourself, and then when you get into maintenance, it shouldn't be no problem. Anyway, I am frustrated with myself, not because I gained. Not because I gained, okay? Not because I gained. But because I'm not going anywhere. Because I haven't gotten into the 70s yet. I had wanted to be at my goal by the time I got to go see my kids. This was way back last year when I started the Kicking It series. My plan was I had everything mapped. And, you know, it was feasible for me to be at my weight goal by the time I got to see my kids. Well, it's not now. If I was to lose over 40 pounds in 1 month's time, I'd be doing something very sick. And I'm not going there. So anyway, I'm frustrated at myself, but in a good way, because I'm going to utilize it. I'm going to utilize the frustration to make it better. I've already lost so much weight. I know how to lose it. I'm not going to go back to where I used to be. I'm not going to slip and go back to the way I used to be. It doesn't work that way. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to be that fat woman again. I don't want to be that fat woman again. I couldn't hardly walk up my stairs. My knees would hurt if I was to kneel and pet my cat. I don't want to be there again. And I'm not going to either. I'm not going to either. Anyway, guys. You'll be seeing me tomorrow with another journey vlog. I love each and every one of yous. If you're fighting and you're stuck in a certain range, get fighting mad and push yourself over. Find out what it is that's going on. If it's something, if it's a medical condition or a certain medication, or if it's you slipping back into your old eating habits and you're unaware of it, whatever it may be, get fighting mad and try to push yourself through. Anyway, let's not give up, guys. Let's not give up. 2019 is our year. It's our year to reach our goal and maintain. 2019, guys. 2019. Let's keep at it. Let's not quit. I love yous. Have a great day.